Okay, this is 3.1 on your own. Let's go ahead and start. Jasmine has 4/5 pounds of fertilizer. She wants to store the fertilizer in separate containers, each with 1/5 pounds of fertilizer. How many containers will she need? So I'm pulling up our work paper. I have 4/5, so I'm going to make a box with fifths in it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it says 4/5, so I'm going to color 4 in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm storing them in 1/5 pounds, so I'm going to be circling ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I get 4 containers. If you needed the hint, it tells you exactly what you need to do. If I check it, I got it right. Number 2. A city places streetlights at equal intervals along a city street, beginning 3/8 mile from one end of the street. If the street is 7/8 mile long, how many streetlights will the city use? And this time they have little drop ups for us. So dividing blank by blank gives blank streetlights. So our fractions, we have dividing 7/8 by 3/8. And now we need to do some work here so we can figure out what's going on. Excuse me. So I'm going to draw my box with 7/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm coloring in 7 because it said 7 out of 8. And I'm going to have the 3/8, so I'm making groups of 3. So 1, 2. So I have 2 whole ones. And then I have this extra guy right here. So to make a whole, there's 1, 2, 3. So this is only 1 out of 3. So this one's 1/3. So I got 2 and 1/3. I need to find the 2 and there's a 2 and 1/3. We're gonna drag that up. Since it's not possible to have a third of a street light, the city will only use 2 because we can't have a third of a street light. That would just look weird. Okay, let's look at number 3. Eric has 9/16 pounds of bird feed left. If he feeds his bird 1/8 pound each day, how many days can he feed the bird before he needs to buy more food? So let's get my work page. And guys, whatever I'm putting on my work page, you need to be writing on your own work page on your notes. So we have 9/16. And it's going to be like we're dividing by 1/8. And you can see on this one, they're not common denominators. So to draw it out, we need to change the 8 to a 16 by multiplying by 2. So the 1/8 is going to change into 2/16. So I'm going to draw my bar with 16ths in it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, I just drew way too many. I think that's it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And it says I need to color 9 in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I need to circle 2 in each area. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have this little guy left over. But if I'm looking at this, it's asking how many days before he has to buy new food. And because there's this guy left over, we need a whole number answer. We're not going to count this guy because he's going to need to buy more food so he can use a full amount of food. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. If I do my division, so I had 9/16 divided by 2, not 2. We can use the 1/8 on here still. We don't have to have common denominators up here. So 9/16 times 8/1. The 8 cancels out to be a 1. The 16 a 2 because 8 divided by 8 is 1. 16 divided by 8 is 2. So we end up with 9/2. 2 goes into 8 4 times, and there's 1 left over. So I got the same thing here as I did with my drawing. But we're only going to use the 4 because we'll have to go to the store to get the full amount. Number 4. Daryl has 2/3 of a bag of dog food. His dog eats 4/9 of a bag per week. How many weeks will the dog food last? So I haven't been hitting the hints, but you can if you need to. So I'm going to get my work page up. I'm going to clear it out. Okay, so he has 2/3 bag of dog food left. So we're going to actually be taking 2/3 divided by 4/9. And as you can see, our denominators are different numbers. That means we need to get them to be the same number so we can draw our line. I can make 3 be 9 by multiplying by 3. So my first fraction is 3 times 2, which is 6. And 3 times 3 is 9. So this is what your new fraction will look like. And I'm going to draw a bar with 9 in it. Let me redraw that bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to erase the left hand here. Okay. And it's telling me that I need to color 6 in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm making groups of 4. That's what this fraction number is telling me right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got 1 full week. And then I have 2 more boxes. To make another full week, I would have to have 4 boxes total. But if I have 2 out of 4, that's a half. So I get 1.5. Remember, I can do normal division with this also to check it. So 2/3 comes down. Division changes to multiplication, then we flip. Get 3/2, which changes to 1.5. So we need to do this one. I get 1 and 1/2. Let's go down to part B. What fraction bar could you use to solve this problem? I could use the blank fraction bar. I can make groups of. So I can use the 1/9 fraction bar and I can make groups of 4/9. Just like that. Let's move on to 5. How long will it take Sarah to paint 11/12 of a fence if she paints 2/12 of the fence each day? You need to look at the hints. Make sure you're looking at the hints. It says how many days will it take to separate the amount of fence she paints in total by the amount of fence she paints each day. And then when dividing a fraction by a fraction, check to see how many of the fraction you're dividing by fit into the fraction you're dividing them up, and then take the remainder and compare it to the number. I'm going to get my work page up. So I have a total of 11/12 divided by 2/12. Going to make a bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'm coloring 11 in. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I'm making I'm counting 2 boxes for each group. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's 1 box left over. And if there's 2 in each group and there's 1 there, that represents the half. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I get 5.5. If I'm dividing, 11/12 comes straight down. Division changes to multiplication, then I flip the second fraction. My 12s cancel out to be 1s. 11 times 1 is 11. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 fits in 11 5 times, and there's 1 left over. So I got 5.5 no matter what I did here. And so we're going to come over here, and we're going to put it in here. So I get 5 and 1/2. There we go. Let's go to number 6. How many 1/3 cup servings are there in 10/3 cups of dried beans? Let's look at our hint. See how many servings it will take to separate the amount of dried beans by the amount of each serving. And when dividing a fraction by a fraction, check to see how many of the fraction you're dividing by fit into the fraction you're dividing into. So work page. First thing I'm going to do this time, I'm going to divide it first to see, and then I'm going to do the bar. So I have 10/3 times 1 over 3/1, sorry. Then I'm going to cross cancel my 1s. And I'm going to end up with an answer of 10. So when I do my bars, I'm hoping I get 10. So 1, 2, I have 3. I need to make sure I do enough of the 3 boxes to color in 10. So I have 3 so far. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this will be enough. I'm going to color in 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm circling 1 of each group. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's how we got 10. So our servings are 10.